Welcome to the Football Temple with your host, Ten Pool. Yeah, and today we are going to be focusing on the Premier League. The English Premier League is officially left with 10 matches. Of the 38, all teams have played 28, exemption of Arsenal and Wolves that have played 29. And of course, we know what that means. It means that the title race is closer than ever. This is the time when it is most congent. Every match from this point matters a lot. And so we're going to call it the title countdown show. Of course, so here on Football Temple, we'll be doing the title countdown show. So let's start from the three major races that are in the Premier League at the moment. First of all, we have the championship race, like who's going to win the trophy, who's going to lay hands on those silverware, and that's being done closely by Arsenal and Manchester City. Secondly, of higher priority, we have the battle of the top four, which is currently chaired by Aston Villa, Manchester United, Chelsea, and Liverpool. Four clubs fighting for a space in the top four, and they just have 2 slots left. Anyways, Brentford is sneaking around, to see if they can get something around Europe. Anything around Europe would be good because they are in the 7th place. And finally, we have the avoidance battle, relegation. Already, Wolves is comfortably seated at the bottom. Burnley is also there, but with a very, very, very slim chance of surviving. However, the people who want to survive the most are the West Ham guys. The Hammers are trying to hammer their way out of relegation. And who is most likely to go down if the Hammers escape? Of course, we have Nottingham Forest and Tottenham. They are the closest to relegation. Yes, of course, you heard me right. Tottenham and Nottingham Forest. Of course, Leeds is also there, but Leeds are kind of a little bit above Tottenham. So this is what it looks like right now in the Premier League, and it's quite tough to determine what will happen next, because Arsenal had much bigger gap. Now they have dropped to 2 gap, but with the match they have played, because they have 1 match in hand, they kind of have more gap. If Man City wins any of their next match, the gap closes. So the battle is intense now, it's fierce. So every match matters. Anyways, for now, Arsenal are enjoying a gap of 5 points gap, pending Manchester City's next match. So for now, we're just going to look at the next features, see what happens, and if the cup is going to be won. I don't know. I think it's going to be won by Arsenal. I think Arsenal are not going to drop any points, but we are going to go week by week and wait to see the results. Then we can predict better. So for now, we're just going to look at next week's game. That is the 29th feature, or officially for everyone, but for some the 30th and whatever. So let's quickly start with Bournemouth versus Brentford. Brentford have been really good. Bournemouth started the season well, but Brentford has been more consistent. So I'm giving that win to Brentford. Despite playing at a Bournemouth home, I think Brentford are most likely to have that win. Everton versus Burnley. Everton is at home. Everton are trying to stay afloat. Burnley is trying to escape. I don't know how possible it's going to be, but I think Everton are going to have that win. Leeds versus Sunderland is going to be a draw. I think it's going to be a draw. Sunderland knows how to lay back. Leeds always push the attack and all that. But against the big teams more, I don't know why they don't perform the way they perform against big teams when they play small teams. I don't know why. It's always been like that. Whatever the case is, I think it's going to be a draw. Wolves versus Liverpool. Wolves versus Liverpool is a statement match. Why? Because Wolves were on a worse form when they met Liverpool the last time, and Liverpool did not win comfortably. People were disappointed in Liverpool, yes. They won, yes, but not comfortably. So Liverpool are now getting in better form, and Wolves is also getting in better form. So Liverpool wants to make a statement to say, we are in contention for top 4, we are in contention for Champions League. So I think Liverpool are going to win that match. I'm proud Liverpool fan. I hope we win the match. Man City Forest is going to be a very, very, very intense battle. We know that these Forest guys don't just allow you to bully them because you're big. They don't care about your name, status, or whatever. They're going to come after you. Meanwhile, Manchester City are currently a burning horse and are chasing so good for the title. So this match, if Man City is going to win, is going to be narrow. It's going to be narrow. Brighton, Arsenal. Arsenal are going to win even without scoring a goal. Yes, you heard me right. Because Arsenal have won a match before without scoring a goal. On goals. Arsenal do not care how the 3 points comes. If Arsenal wins this Premier League, they are going to be the most, I can't say undeserving, but they did not do it as elegant as others. They can't really pick a player and say this was our star man, this was who gave us the cup. It was just team effort and opposition effort as well, because own goals, corner kick, some kind of strange goals that you just celebrate it because it's a goal and not because of its excellence. So however it's going to happen, Arsenal are going to find a way to get the 3 points. That's what they have done all season, and that's what they're going to do to the end of the season. At any point they stop that, they lose the title. They lose the title race. And then we have Aston Villa versus Chelsea. This is a top table competition, because Aston Villa and Chelsea are also in the top 4 battle strongly. Aston Villa does not want to lose their grip. It seems like they're losing form. Chelsea have just lost to us now. So I think Chelsea are going to win this match. Chelsea are more hungry, have bigger name to lose, are in a very, very tight position. And so the coach is going to do whatever he can do to save his job as well. So I think this will go with Chelsea. And Aston Villa has been dropping form. Like, they have not been the Aston Villa we used to know. And then Fulham, West Ham, straight, simple and clear. West Ham does not want to go to relegation, but Fulham are doing well this season. And considering their form, not desires, Fulham are going to pull the win. Newcastle versus Manchester United in Newcastle's home. The dark horses of the Premier League. Should I break your bubbles? Manchester United are going to win. Manchester United under Carrick are not accepting excuses. I know they didn't get the 5-match win we were thinking they were going to do for United's chance to get his head off, but sorry, they did not lose the match as well. And they have been stubborn. We have been seeing Sesko, Mbeumo, Cunha. They are just coming at you. They are not going to rest until they get what they are looking for, and that's the goal. And so I think Manchester United are going to win Newcastle on this. And then finally, Tottenham, Crystal Palace. I think it's going to be a draw. And it might even be a boring game. So anyway, these are my predictions. And if all this happens, then we all know what's going to happen at the table. So let's see what goes on next week. I'm going to be here. I know you're going to be here. Watch out for my next video, where we're going to be looking at the match results and make further predictions as we come to the end of the 25-26 Premier League season. Once again, it's your boy Ten Pool, and this is Football Temple. See you next time. Don't forget to drop your comments on whatever you think. If you think my prediction was wrong, please drop your own prediction. I would really, really, really love to hear from you as well.